Good morning, children. This is English video session for class 7. The book which we are doing is Honeycomb. The unit is 1. The name of the lesson is 3 questions. And this is written by Leo Tolstoy. I repeat, this is English video session for class 7. The book which we are doing now is Honeycomb. The unit is 1. The topic name is 3 Question, written by Leo Tolstoy. Okay, now we had already seen what the king wanted to know. The answer for the 3 questions: what is the right time to begin something, which people should he listen to, what is the most important thing for him to do. Please remember these 3 questions, children. The first question is, what is the right time to begin something? 2. Which people should he listen to? 3. What is the most important thing for him to do? Okay. He sent messengers throughout in order to find out the answer, and also he promised a large sum of money. But what happened? People came, lots of wise men, knowledgeable men came. They gave lots of answers, but unfortunately, the king did not approve of these answers. He was not very convinced. He was not very happy with the answers given by these wise men. Okay. Now, he understood that the hermit who is living in the forest, who never left his forest, he's a very simple fellow. He never spoke much. He always moved with the ordinary people in the forest. And if you want to meet, it is only you have to go there, and he will not be able to come. He will not be able to come. So the king, what he did is he put on ordinary clothes, left his horse, left his jewelry, everything to his security, and went to the hermit and asked the 3 questions. He said to the hermit, I have come here to ask, to know the answer for the 3 questions. How can I learn the right time, right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need the most, and what affairs are most important? What are the most important things? Business which I have to, what are the important things? Which is the most important thing for me to do? What is the order in which I have to go? What is the priority? What should be the priority? What are the things I have to classify as this is important, this is less important, this is very less important, this is most important? The hermit listened to the king, but he did not speak. He went on digging. The answer was not given. He went on digging. You are tired, said the king. Let me take your spade and work on it. Look at the picture of the old man. He is quite old, and he may be uh, breathing heavily when he is doing. And the spade is in his hand, and here is the king having the dress as ordinary man. He never introduced himself as the king, but he just told that he wanted the answer for these 3 questions. Let me take the spade and work for you in your place. So the king said, give me that, I'll work for you. You're too old. Okay. And thanks said the hermit, giving the king his spade, and then he sat down. Okay. Now what is he doing? Who is doing the work? The king, dressed as a ordinary man. Okay, see the hermit's hut, old, very small one. You can see lots of trees around. Yes. Yes. Let's see. Now we are on page number 10. When the king has dug 2 beds, what does 2 beds means? See, when you want to plant something, you will dig. Is it not? Dig in the land. That is called beds. Not the one which we sleep is also called a bed. Okay. When the king has dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer but stood up, stretching his hand for spade. Now, after two, they said, now you rest and let me work. What is he saying? Now you are tired, you take rest, I will do the work. Okay. Yes. But the king did not give the spade to the old man, but the hermit, but he continued to dig. So it's because he knows this is an old man, he should not work a lot. He is quite younger, he has more strength, and he can do the also. 1 hour passed, then another. So he's going on doing the work. The sun went down behind the trees. What is the meaning of the sun went behind the trees? It is sunset. Okay, and at last the king stuck the spade in the ground. So now you usually after sunset you don't work. They especially work like this. Okay, so they have to stop the work. So what is he saying again? I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. I wanted you the answer. If you can give me no answer, no problem. I'll go back. Okay, if you don't have answers, absolutely no problem. I'll go back. Okay. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. Okay. Now, why did the king want to know the answer? Comprehension check, tell me answers. Yes, why did the king want to know answers for three questions? The king wanted to know answers for the three questions because he could be a better ruler, he would be able to rule the country better. For that, he would be a better king. For that, he wanted to know the answers for the three questions. Messengers were sent throughout the kingdom to fetch wise men, to find answers to the questions, to look for the wise hermit, to announce a reward for those who could answer the questions, to announce a reward for those who could answer the questions. Who raised the questions? The king raised the questions. Okay. Now, children, make it a point. You always have a note. Okay. You need to write the difficult words. Look at the sides beds, fainted. All these are difficult words, and you have to write the name, words, and the meanings in the classwork first. Then, comprehension check. Please write the comprehension check. First question, answer. Message the next question, answer. Is that clear, children? All the things connected with the textbook question and answers must be written. This carries 5 marks in your total. Okay, so every term it is totally 5 plus 5 plus 5. 3 terms 5 plus 5 plus 5. So you need to keep writing the question and answers and keep it ready. So when the school comes, you will be in a position to show it and get your marks. Is that clear? And there is no escape. You have to write all these things. Okay, children? Now, shall we go to the part 2? Yes, who is coming? Somebody is coming running. Let's see what happens. Who is this man who is running? What is the man saying? Everything we'll see. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. Who? A bearded man. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. The blood was flowing in his blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell down. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. So first let us see the king turned round and saw the bearded man, a man with beard. Okay. Yes, fainted means what? He lost consciousness. His hands were pressed against his stomach. He's holding tightly on his stomach from which blood was flowing. Okay. When he reached the king, he fainted. What happened? He lost his senses, consciousness, and he fell down on the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing. See the picture, children, all of you. Yes, what happened? See, there is a man, he's having a beard. The stomach wound is there, he's unconscious. Yes, this is the old man. There's a bowl of water. Here is the king cleaning the wound. The man removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it in with his handkerchief. But the blood would not stop. It did not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until the bleeding stopped. So he went on doing it until it stopped. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water. So, what is he bringing? Water to drink. By the time the sun has set and the air was cool, it started becoming the slightly cool. Okay, the king, with the help of per hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king tried by his walk and the work tried the king, tired by his walk and the work he has done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. So in the floor itself he slept. Who? The king. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the floor was. So, what happened to the king? It was too late. He worked all through the night. Okay, there was no rest for him. He had been working, digging the beds. Okay, so there was no rest for him. He was totally tired. So, what happened? He started when the man was tired. He slept. The bearded man slept in the what bed, and here is the king. He slept on the floor. Okay, so this is what has happened. So what happened the moment the king put the head on the to sleep? Immediately he slept because he was too tired. He was too tired. He did not know what is happening. He slept off immediately, and morning he couldn't understand where he was, because this is an unusual place, is it not? Okay, and where he was and who the strange bearded man was like that. There was a man in the, then only he recollected, yes, what happened the next day. Forgive me, said the bearded man in a weak voice. Why he is in a weak voice? Because you remember he got injury in his stomach. The blood he lost was too much. The people bandaged him again. The king bandaged, dressed and redressed and redressed until the bleeding stopped. You remember? And he drank some water and he slept. You remember all these things? Yes. It was not easy for him to do. Okay. Yes, then what happened? I do not know you. Forgive me, said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw the king was awake. I do not know you and have nothing to forgive for you, said the king. You do not know me, but I know you. Huh? How was it possible, children? The king don't know the man, but the man knows the bearded man knows. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property, took away all my property by force. Okay, so what happened to my brother? You have put him to death, and I wanted to what? Revenge. Take revenge. What is the meaning of revenge? Since you did this to me, I want to kill you. Is it clear, children? I knew you had gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the days passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding. So I thought you will come back, and when you're coming, I thought I can kill you. But I left my hiding place and came upon your bodyguard who recognized me and wounded me. What happened? Your bodyguards recognized me. I escaped from them, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. What would have happened? I would have died. I wished to kill you, and you saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as the most faithful servant and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me. So, whatever has happened, I have done a mistake. I have the thought that to kill you is wrong. I wanted to kill you, but what happened? You saved my. I was about to die, but you saved my life. Now if I live, if the next here henceforth, if I am living, then it should only be to serving you as a faithful servant. Okay, and what will my generations of people also will do the same. What is he asking? For what is the meaning of forgive me? Sorry, please accept my forgiveness. Okay, who is saying all these words? Yes, it is the bearded. Okay, children, can you read it again and come? Loud reading, at least for an hour you have to read, children. Okay, then write all the words, difficult words, and learn the meaning. Okay, with this I stop. Thank you, children.